Priyanka Chaturvedi, let me start with you first. The Apple statement, which has been put out after some leaders like yourself came out and said that you got these threat notifications, it goes on to say that we do not attribute threat notifications to specific state-sponsored attackers. State-sponsored attackers are very well funded and sophisticated. The attacks by state-sponsored assets evolve over a period of time. It's also possible that some Apple threat notifications may turn out to be false alarms. So in a sense, Apple is saying there is nothing definitive just because you got a threat notification from them.
Firstly, let me clarify that the Apple statement is same as the statement which was made in August 2022 on their website, and what we have now, the version that we have now, is a cut paste of that particular statement issued to some journalists. We don't even know who's issued it. We don't know the spokesperson issuing it, but this is a statement which is floating around. Again, nothing which has officially come from the from Apple per se. But these are all the things that the statement that is floating around. But what Apple has sent to us, and please allow me to read it. Apple believes you are being targeted by state-sponsored attackers who are trying to remotely compromise the iPhone associated with your Apple ID. These attackers are likely targeting you individually because of who you are or what you do. If your device is compromised by a state-sponsored attacker, they may be able to remotely access your sensitive data, communications, or even the camera and microphone. So am I supposed to just wait for an Apple statement to tell me that whether I should be worried or no? Should I wait in anticipation for my government to act? Should I wait for the government to justify why they're doing what they're doing? As an individual, as a citizen of this country, before being the member of parliament from the opposition, my question would be, my fundamental rights are being trampled upon. My right to privacy is being denied to me. And I shouldn't even speak about it just because Apple later, some hours later, some statement cut paste from that August statement is being put across as a justification. What is Apple saying in their statement as well? They are saying these are highly technologically advanced, deeply funded, hacks that are happening. And by revealing more information, we will be alerting them of future attacks, and we will be telling them, and we'll be alerting them to, course correct.
So, ma'am,
they're also safeguarding the interest of the user.
The threats that you've received with the threat notification from Apple, I'm just quoting from a response that the Apple spokesperson has sent to our colleague Aseem Manchanda, who covers technology for our sister channel CNBC. Parts of it may be a repeat of an old statement, but this is what an Apple spokesperson has sent to our reporter. But be that as it may, no, my question is, Priyanka Chaturvedi, if once again, let's not have role reversal here. My job is to ask questions, and possibly yours is to give me answers to those questions.
Please give me 30 seconds.
I will. But let me ask the question though, please. Can I ask the question? Not to take away from the seriousness of what has happened to you or other MPs who have received and other opposition leaders who have received this. I want to understand two things. Why are you not then filing a police complaint, or why are you not taking Apple or these so-called state-sponsored attackers to court? After all, like you said, it is a matter of security. It's a matter of security of very senior parliamentarians like yourself, very serious opposition politicians. And if your security and your privacy has been compromised, you should take it up with the law and order authorities. You should file a police complaint, or you should take it up legally.
I am so amazed with that question. I should not look up at my government, and my media should not be questioning the government of the day. When we have a serious statement saying do not take this threat lightly, this is a state-sponsored attack. So we have a question being asked of us, hey, why aren't you going to the court? Hey, why aren't you going to the police station? I would want to ask, as a member of parliament, if I'm under attack through a state-sponsored agency, should I not expect my government, my IT minister, my home minister, to check why senior members of parliament, forget me in this discussion, there are various other senior members of parliament who've been former ministers, who've got this message. I'm amazed that you all are taking a statement by a spokesperson on face value of Apple that you're commenting on. Why hasn't this gone on officially on Apple website, India website? I'm amazed I'm being asked these questions while I am the one who has received this threat warning.
Okay.
Instead of asking the tough questions of the government, hello, what are you doing? You all have gone through an entire Pegasus trial. And in the Pegasus trial, let me tell you, the government hasn't got any clean sheet. We still don't know what the investigative report has said.
Okay, so Shaziailmi, please
It is
respond
high
to what
time,
Priyanka
I
Chaturvedi
think,
is saying.
that our media acts like the fourth pillar of
Members of
democracy
Parliament
and sees
have
democracy
had
being
their
played every single day
security and their
government.
privacy compromised.
So I
It is
heard-
the onus of the government to ensure that every single Indian citizen, be they in politics or not in politics, opposition, government, that every citizen's security, safety and privacy is not compromised. The onus is on the government, is on the law enforcement agencies. What are you doing about it, Shaziailmi? That's the question from Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Which is exactly what our IT minister has done. Which is exactly what has been ordered. A full probe has been ordered, promising that it would go to the next level of investigation, to the final level of investigation. But as I counter some of the charges made by Priyanka ji, my honorable friend from the opposition, I would like to really say that I detect so much of presumption, a load of presumption in all that outrage, which is our rights are being trampled upon, people are hacking into the phones and listening in, and also references to Pegasus. First of all, a lot of opposition leaders have called it out, and Rahul Gandhi did a presser, and many people have spoken about it. Our minister has said we will go to the bottom of it, and that it is a duty of a responsible government and our government to ensure that nobody's privacy is undermined with or played with. That's one. Two, in this matter, there is the name of Samir Saran. There is also Piyush Goyal ji, who is our minister, is a minister in the government, who's also has called out this kind of a notification has come to him as well, and a few journalists, one of them from Deccan Chronicle. So clearly, while the opposition has made common cause, jumping to the gun and declaring Modi government, the Snoop government, indulging in mass surveillance, they haven't even given 24 hours for the probe to begin. One, after the statement of Ashwini Vaishnav ji, where he says very clearly that we will get to the bottom of this. Two, there were references to Pegasus. And yes, let me say, out of the 29 phones that were submitted, Rahul Gandhi, of course, the one who made the biggest hullabaloo about it, did not, of course, submit his. But out of 29 phones, 5 were found with malware, which could be because of bad cyber hygiene, and not at all anything to do with Pegasus, so to speak. So it was conclusive in that sense, because all the evidence that pointed out did not lead to it being decided that it was indeed Pegasus which was there.
No,
So
while
that
that may be true,
issues,
one
if
second,
Pegasus
let me
was
also
concerned,
add
even
that same judgment, ma'am, that same judgment
I'll-
also
5
said
seconds.
that the
5
centre did not
seconds.
cooperate
5
with the
seconds.
technical committee that was appointed by the Supreme Court. Anyway, go on.
Correct. It did not comply with the technical details of the scrutiny of the technical committee. Agreed. But it also said only 5
Phones had malware. Yeah.
phones were found with malware. And another point that I wanted to make on Pegasus was 174 individuals, many of which were in the BJP. So for everybody to get together and make it about this case about BJP being this Stasi kind of a government out there to snoop, surely a government, if you say, and you attribute so much to the BJP, surely they would know better than to hack, knowing very well how the codes of Apple work,
Okay.
and how well protected and encrypted
So-
Apple is.
So let me ask Salman Soz, the
I think
reason
it's such a
why many
ludicrous
people are
charge.
skeptical